Hello, salutations. What it do? It's Dr. Gamer off of the Do-Rag Gang. You know the vibes, like to subscribe. Let's get it. Welcome to another edition of the No Developer live stream with yours truly, Sadot the Gamer. This special edition of the developer stream only happens on occasions when the devs cancel the official stream at the last minute. So I kindly fill in and answer your questions as they would. How's everyone doing? What's up, Oscar, James, Kahara, Jar Jar, Avery? What's up, Jesse? What's up, Pino? Lejeune in the building. I swear, me, Lejeune, someone brought this up. Me, Lejeune, and like Tony Bing and like Doom Killer should like host the dev stream instead, like do a weekly roundtable or something. I think that'd be entertaining. How you doing, sir? And to those wondering, know that Hawkeye is not a leak. It is a awesome concept art by Brock Solid Designs. You can check out the link to his work in the description. He does really great work with the Marvel's Avengers related imagery. What's going on, Tim? UK gang, hey, what to do? What's up, Incredible Harry? What's going on, Manuel? Hypotenuse, Black Shadow, Mr. Wavy. Yeah. Now, I assumed the dev stream would get canceled because, I mean, they have nothing to talk about. Thank you, Dan, for the 5, the Super Sadot Toy versus CD devs. Appreciate you as always. Love the movie talk with Doom Killer. Hey, I appreciate that. Definitely enjoy working with Doom Killer. What's up, John? Our latest defender. What's going on, Sandora? Clouds. For those that missed it, the Hawkeye Civil War skin that you saw in the thumbnail is concept art by Brock Solid Designs. He does great work. The link to his Twitter is in the description. It would have actually surprised me if they had the official dev stream today, because the last dev stream where they actually had something to talk about and they had a guest, they had nothing to say. So it makes sense. Spider-Man's crap. Everyone spells Spider-Man like Spider-Man. That is the way it's technically supposed to be spelled. I'm doing good, John. How are you? How's everybody doing? I definitely expect them to have a Hawkeye Civil War suit. Probably sooner. I expect them to update the existing MCU Hawkeye suit to add some hair. That's something they've been talking about behind the scenes. Did I see the new What If episode? Yes, I did. Killmonger was doing his thing. I thought they definitely made Killmonger look even better than he did in the solo movie. That was very cool. Should you buy the game today on sale? Big Marvel fan. Hey, Fernando. Welcome to the Marvel community. Yes, I think you should buy Marvel's Avengers. Currently, I believe it's 50% off and 35% off for the Endgame edition. For what you get at this point, it's definitely worth the money. I would, however, recommend, if you have the option, to get it on PlayStation, because you're going to be getting a bit more bang for your buck this year, because Spider-Man is coming as a console exclusive. It will not be available on Xbox, Stadia, or PC. You will only be able to play Spider-Man this year on Marvel's Avengers when he comes, if you have a PlayStation. So if you have a PlayStation, get the PlayStation version. Otherwise, can't go wrong with Xbox. Except for the fact that it's not as good as PlayStation. Still want a Killmonger solo movie? Hey, maybe we'll get a Killmonger Disney Plus show. Are they ever going to fix Kamala so other people can see your skin in action? That's a great question, Dan. As you know, Crystal Dynamics is always listening to feedback, and they are always taking what you guys suggest into consideration. So if you want your Kamala Khan to work, if that's something you want, definitely let the devs know, and they will work on making that happen for you. What's going on, Doom Killer? Rub it in. You're from Xbox, buy it Series S, so you're happy with your 60 FPS. Is there? Hey, nothing wrong with having an Xbox. I'm just saying, if you have the option, Marvel's Avengers is a better buy for PlayStation. What if just like killing Iron Man? He definitely has died the most out of all the heroes so far. To be fair, they did kill most of the other heroes in one episode. Spider-Man on Avengers will be trash. Spider-Man 2, on the other hand, will be great. I have a hot take, which I didn't think would need to be a hot take. I think Spider-Man on Marvel's Avengers will be great, and Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 will be better. You heard about the NBA 2K glitch? Which one got a vengeance? There's always a 2K glitch. Is it one of the new VC glitches? Kamala is the only character you bought takedowns for, and no one can see them. That is unfortunate. There's no point in having takedowns if you cannot see them. Fernando asks, do you have faith for the future of the game? I have faith that Marvel's Avengers will keep putting out content as long as Square Enix is making money. And against all odds, they still seem to be making money, so the content will keep rolling. You rewatched the Black Panther recently? It's actually better than you remember. There's just a bit in the middle that kind of made you bored and turn it off. That's pretty much what lines up with Black Panther. It had some structural issues, but it had a lot going for it that made it a very solid movie. Obviously, very much overrated at the time because of how historic the film was. You know, I definitely think the Oscar nod was a bit much, but then again, the Oscars don't really reflect the best movies usually these days anyway, so who cares? Black screen? I have not gotten a black screen yet. Will the cosmetic vendor open again during when Hawkeye nameplates? The cosmetic vendor. That's a great question. It's not something that Crystal Dynamics has announced yet, but in the future, they will definitely be exploring ways to allow you to earn cosmetics while playing in-game. You can expect more information on that with future updates. What's going on, I tell him? If Crystal Dynamics had released the hood and mask in the first place, no one would be complaining about the hair. I do agree. That is the Ronin. The Ronin fit is what I and many others preferred. I think that should have been the go-to, but they made that choice. Hey, Fernandez, is Hawkeye Silver uniform really coming? That is a great question. Crystal Dynamics is very happy with the response to the Marvel Cinematic skins. They love how much you guys seem to be enjoying them, so they will definitely be exploring all possible avenues and different films and upcoming properties and projects to extract money from you. I mean, to give you a better experience, and you can expect more to be coming to the marketplace. When will the cosmetic vendor open? That's a great question. Reach to the Avenger. It's not something Crystal Dynamics has announced yet, but you can definitely expect more information on earnable cosmetics later on in the year. JDC, the dev stream was canceled. You can check out my official message in the pin at the top of the chat in the pin messages for more info. You're about the Doom Killer HD. You're about to pressure the devs to do the Kate Bishop Ronin skin. I second that. As soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, well, now they have to make it. So that says answering identically how the devs will answer. I learned from the best, Oscar. Bill is one of my mentors in this community. Chris Trek fan. Hey Sadot, new viewer, love your content. I appreciate you, Chris. Welcome to the Durag Gang. What game should you get? You can get one. Cloud 10. I recommend World War Z. Aftermath is coming next week. The game won Game of the Year when it was released. It is a very fun game, especially if you have some friends you want to play with. I highly recommend it. You'll have a lot of fun with it. What's the Spider-Man event about? Great question. The Spider-Man is an exciting event that is coming later this year that will introduce fans to their favorite wall crawler, Spider-Man. He will be available as a playable character only on PlayStation for no additional cost. You love the MCU skins because CD skin ideas are wonderful. Thank you, Liam, for your love and support for Crystal Dynamics and their ideas. Orbium, the dev stream was canceled because, according to Andy in the official Discord, they are currently still working on the roadmap, and you can assume because of that, they did not have time to talk to us for this weekly dev stream. You could also assume that because of how much they are focusing on what is on the roadmap and how little content is coming for us a year, they did not want to have a dev stream where they're essentially just telling you, great question, but we have no information for you. Why does the Thor skin in the marketplace cost 1,400 credits? Great question. That is because it is a legendary skin, and legendary skins usually cost 1,400 credits, and Crystal Dynamics was so proud of how that product came out, they did not put the usual discount on it that you can find for other legendary cosmetics in the store. You're concerned about Spider-Man. How do you think he will move? I think Spider-Man's movement will be fluid and exciting, similar to Black Panther. They already introduced wall crawling and wall attack mechanics with Black Panther, so expect more of that with Spider-Man. Can you list which heroes do you think will probably come to the game in the future? Not necessarily the one you'll like. Great question, Fernando. So, according to Forbes and the probably one of the most important figures in the Marvel's Avengers community, Miller, with 8 M's, you can expect to see such heroes as She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, and the Winter Soldier coming next year. You just started watching Demon Slayer. It's so good. Excellent choice, Cloud. Yes, it is. Night Wolf, you purchased 2 takedowns, one for Black Panther, one for Black Widow. They took them back and put up some wrestling moves that's supposed to be an Avenger game, not Marvel SmackDown. Night Wolf, glad you noticed. Unfortunately, there were some issues with the takedowns put into the marketplace for Black Widow, Iron Man, and Black Panther. They are currently investigating the issue and will have them back soon. Frederick Hollins, that is the Crystal Dynamics Shade GOAT. Well, thank you, Hollins. I consider that a compliment. question, Oscar. Yes, you're trying to get exotic gear for Hawk. Should you do all of the gauntlets as Hawk, or should you do the gauntlets as another hero and do the last one as Hawk? Oscar, that strategy is actually good if you have a hero that you're not quite confident in making it through the gauntlet. It's a good strategy to go through as the hero or heroes you're most comfortable with and saving the last one for that hero you want the exotic for. In the case of Hawk, Hawk is usually the hero that I run through the gauntlets with, because if you have the standard Valor Hawk build that I have on my channel, where you basically use Bone Shaker and Thunderclap to clear every room in seconds, it is by far the fastest way to get through the Mega Hive. If you don't have that build for Hawk, then definitely go and try out with another character. But if you're confident your Hawk can make it through, then he is the fastest character to do it with. What makes Dust Biting Thor equal a legendary skin compared to the free Loki themed Thor skin? That's an excellent question, Jonathan Henderson. And to that I say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And in this capitalistic society, who's to say what is worth 1,400 credits or what is worth nothing? It is up to who is willing to pay for it. And as long as someone is willing to pay $14 for poop covered Thor, somebody is going to be purchasing it, and Crystal Dynamics is obligated to provide it, because who is Crystal Dynamics to deprive someone who really wants to have a team of heroes covered in poop? Are they dropping all Civil War suits now? Great question, Jalen Williams. Crystal Dynamics is, of course, very thrilled with the response to the MCU skins, so they will be looking to add suits from a variety of MCU films and shows, both from the past and in the future. So definitely expect more of your favorites to hit the marketplace soon. Out of the leaked characters, which are you most looking forward to if they release? Currently, I am most looking forward to Captain Marvel. I did not particularly enjoy the MCU adaptation of Captain Marvel, but the idea of getting another very powerful flying character that also may be accompanied by new enemies, in this case being the Kree, I think that entire update would be amazing for the game, and I'm greatly looking forward to it. Dr. Goat, thank you, Dante. So look at your subs, 6.09, 696969. Mark of the Beast. Best number in the world. All these people watching, not enough likes. Hulk smash that like button. Hey, great reminder, Frederick Hollins. How many likes are we at right now? Great question. 93 likes. Let's hit, we can get 7 more likes to 100. What's up, Amari Underwood? Just answering questions since the developers are not here today. A Thor Ragnarok skin would be so good. I agree. Thor Ragnarok is currently the MCU skin I'm looking forward to the most. That hasn't been released yet. Imagine if they could get out new content as fast as MCU skins. JDC, that is an excellent point. However, I will say that that is not possible even under the best of circumstances. It would be amazing if the development process advanced to the point where everything could be produced very quickly. It would be obviously wonderful for gamers. Unfortunately, it is much easier to design and program cosmetics than it is to design and implement meaningful content. The best number used to be 420. I disagree. I think 69 was always better than 420. Do I think we are getting the Kree next year? That is excellent. That is an excellent question. Incredible Harry. It's not something that has been announced yet, but Crystal Dynamics has a lot of exciting plans for next week for not only the rest of this year, but in 2022, where you can expect new heroes and new villains. I think you'll be very pleased. What's the deal with CD devs? The CD devs are developers of the game Marvel's Avengers. They are best known for the Tomb Raider franchise. They are currently hard at work on the current roadmap for Marvel's Avengers, while at the same time finalizing plans for content in 2022. My favorite comic book character? It can vary, but I have been pretty much a big fan of I'd say Batman, Spawn, Wolverine. So I think Falcon is coming. A great question, Inboxing. That has not been something that has been announced, but Marvel's Avengers has plans to incorporate a wide variety of heroes into their roster next year and beyond. So it is possible that you will see your favorite heroes appear in the game at some point. How about a non-ape body Hawk skin? You want a non-ape body Hawk skin? That's an excellent suggestion. As you know, Crystal Dynamics is always looking for feedback and it appreciates when you provide it. So if you want a non-ape body Hawk, that is definitely something you should suggest, and Crystal Dynamics will definitely forward that, and we'll see if we can make it possible. The 2020 Thor comic would be a great skin. Agreed. I personally would love the Ragnarok skin, of course, but the 2020 skin, the 2021 is good as well. Are they announcing the new roadmap next week? A great question, Liam. Crystal Dynamics is hard at work on not just the current roadmap, but also the plans for 2022. And according to Paul Tassi in his latest article in Forbes, you can expect the 2022 roadmap to be revealed sometime before the end of this year, but not next week. Is Doctor Strange coming? Great question, Trayvon. As you know, Crystal Dynamics is hard at work to bring you your favorite characters from the Marvel Universe, and they have included some very fun Easter eggs in the War for Wakanda update. If you explore the outpost, you'll see and hear about some exciting heroes you may be familiar with, including Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. So definitely stay tuned to Marvel's Avengers. There are new heroes and villains coming next year, and I'm sure you'll be excited to see them. They should add status buffs to takedowns or debuffs on enemies, even if it's a couple of seconds. That's an excellent suggestion, Ricardo. I should definitely forward that one to the team. Running submissions today. Joshua, today will just be a Q&A stream. I'll just be answering questions. I'll be back to playing Marvel's Avengers next week. Was my favorite Spider-Man suit? I'm definitely a fan the most of the 2099, but I always have fond memories of the symbiote. A magic type of character would be good. That is an excellent suggestion, Augusto. There is a magic type character or two in the Marvel's Avengers universe. If you're exploring the Wakandan outpost, you'll hear some nice little Easter eggs about them. Do you think the game is like the Avengers logo, which is broken? That is an excellent question, Thomas Wong. As you know, Crystal Dynamics has been hard at work over the past year, working to make this the best Marvel's Avengers game possible. There have been ups and downs, but thanks to nearly weekly patches, they have greatly improve the state of the game and think you will have a much more enjoyable experience, especially if you are a new player. Is Iron Man 2 Widow coming? That is an excellent suggestion for the team. If you have any feedback or suggestions for MCU skins or anything that will make Square Enix more money, definitely keep sending it to us, to them. When is Ultron coming? Great question, Liam. We have a lot of exciting announcements and plans for the future. You can definitely expect new villains to come in 2022 and beyond. Is Weapon H coming? That is an excellent question, Javariat. Crystal Dynamics is always exploring new and interesting weapons, characters to potentially add to the game. It's not something that has been announced yet, but if you keep giving feedback, it's definitely something that can be investigated and possibly added sometime in the future. Do you think Ultron will be a hard boss fight? Great question, LaShawn. Crystal Dynamics has been working to provide players with a more challenging experience. You should be able to get a good look at all the progress made in that area, starting with the claw raid this year, and it's definitely something you could expect from boss fights in the future. What is a 4-letter word for incoming shortly within a short amount of time? I believe that is soon. Why not put comic skins? Oh, lost one. Why not put comic skins versus mainly recolors? They need to give people what they want. Great question, Jesse. Crystal Dynamics is always looking for ways to improve the marketplace and make more money. I mean, improve the player experience. So if there are any suggestions for cosmetics or anything like that, definitely keep giving your feedback to Crystal Dynamics. They are definitely listening and will consider adding those changes in the future. Do you think Captain Marvel will have a higher heroic scale than Thor or something similar, since she's technically stronger? I don't think Captain Marvel will have anything like that. I believe the Thor heroic rating is a visual bug that has not been fixed yet, but I would expect Captain Marvel's character and her whole kit to be built around utilizing valor and might, if I would have to guess. Besides Captain Marvel, what other confirmed characters are you excited for? I'm definitely excited for everyone's favorite friendly neighborhood Spider coming later this year in the fall winter in a PlayStation exclusive event. It should be very exciting as a owner of a PlayStation 5 myself. Are we getting amazing new content soon or sooner? Great question, True Savage. You can definitely expect amazing new content both soon and sooner. There are a variety of upcoming events, most of which you've played before, but if you're a new player, you will be able to experience things like the Red Room Takeover and a Tachyon Anomaly event all over again. And for older players, you have the exciting Claw Raid as well as the PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man event. Do you think Patrol will come early next year? Great question, I tell him. As you know, Crystal Dynamics is hard at work on the current roadmap. It is all hands on deck currently to get the Claw Raid and Spider-Man event polished and out to you on time. But there are many plans for 2022, which include new heroes, new villains, and new missions. And I think you'll be very excited to see what's to come on the next roadmap. Why not have all status effects available for all heroes? Great question, Mookie. The status effect system is very complicated and complex. We could definitely bring on someone from the combat team later on down the line to better explain some of the reasoning behind why certain effects are in the game and limited to certain characters. But if you have any suggestions on ways to better improve combat or the status effect system, definitely provide that feedback, and it will 100% be forwarded to a real person at the team who will definitely read it and relay it to everyone else. Any word on Loadout's release date? Great question, Frederick Hollins. As you know, Crystal Dynamics is hard at work on the current roadmap as well as the plans for 2022. This includes exciting updates to gear and a rework of the resources systems. Gear is something that I know a bunch of you guys have been asking for, and Crystal Dynamics hears you and will be hard at work making changes, small and large, to the gear and resources system in the coming months and years. Watching in your VR and in tears of laughter. Love this dev stream. Thank you, 4K. I'm glad that you are enjoying this weekly dev stream. We aim to please. Jesse Greenberg says the events are the best he's ever had. They bring him joy every time they appear on his war table. I'm so glad to hear that you're enjoying the content so far, Jesse. I definitely think you'll be enjoying what is coming in the future. Do you think there is going to be a lot of backlash due to Spidey being PlayStation exclusive? That's a great question, Eclipse. As you know, people are very excited to get their hands on Spider-Man, the next DLC character coming to the game free of charge. While it is unfortunate that Xbox, Stadia, and PC users will not be able to play Spider-Man, Crystal Dynamics has assured everyone that they will not be empty-handed. When Spider-Man event is released later this year, Xbox, PC, and Stadia users will also be given something to do, so they will not feel left out. And I think they'll be just as excited about what they get as the people playing Spider-Man. So glad you decided to play this game on PlayStation instead of Xbox. Don't know what you do if you couldn't play Spider-Man but had all your progress on Xbox. Thank you for that feedback, Reese the Legend. I too am glad that I own a PlayStation. Best decision I have made. Brett's, this is exactly the dev stream. Thank you, Brett's. I've been studying the dev streams since they were added to the game last year, and I am just trying my best to recreate the experience for all of you, since the devs unfortunately could not be here today. Are MCU skin bundles coming? Great question, Jacob. Crystal Dynamics is always exploring new and exciting ways to extract money. I mean, to provide a greater customer experience via the marketplace. One of those changes were the implementation of more bundles based on feedback from a bunch of you who were excited about the wonderful skins coming to the marketplace, but wanted some more affordability. So Crystal Dynamics is definitely exploring all options for future and current cosmetics and utilizing the bundles more as long as you're buying them. Do you think we could remove the status effects visuals one day? JDC, yes, I hear that a lot. Yes, Crystal Dynamics is well aware that a lot of you are asking for ways to remove the UI because some of you feel like there is too much going on the screen. They hear you, and while it's not something that has been announced today, it is definitely something that can be explored sometime in the future if it's something that you guys truly want. So keep sending that feedback, and you can definitely expect someone to listen to it. So many great questions. You love that the dev stream so much. Devs are the best. Can you make more skins to cost at least 2,800 credits? Great question, Skipper. I think that is a first, but while we tend to love suggestions about potential cosmetics to add to the marketplace, it is definitely very exciting for Square and Crystal Dynamics to hear potential interest in purchasing credits, purchasing skins that cost even more than 1,400 credits. So if you want something perhaps higher tier than exotic that costs 2,800 credits, that can definitely be something added into the future. Dan wanted a Kamala Pajamas bundle. That is an excellent suggestion, Dan. I believe they are already selling a Kamala bundle in the marketplace, so you can definitely expect more bundles featuring cosmetics from your favorite heroes to come in the near future. When is a fix for Thor's cape coming? Great question, Jacob. As you know, there have been some issues with Thor's cape and it clipping, but we can assure you that even though we said it would be fixed in the last patch, there is a upcoming patch to the game that will definitely fix Thor's cape this time. Hey Sadot, are cloning labs patrol mode a dead issue or is it being worked on? Great question, Theo. Cloning labs, patrol mode, there are a lot of exciting features, game modes coming to Marvel's Avengers in the future. While Claw and Spiderman were the only things that could make it to the 2021 roadmap, you can definitely expect a lot of exciting new heroes, villains, game modes, and features coming to the Marvel's Avengers game in 2022 and beyond. What's going on, Ibrahim? Black Shadow, you should be on the dev stream. I am. It's here, but thank you. Art of the Zoo is not going to happen, Grissom. Bring back hoodie cape. Great suggestion, Dorian. You can definitely expect some exciting new cosmetics featuring Kate Bishop coming in the near future to celebrate the release of her show on Disney Plus, along with the exciting Hawkeye nameplate challenge. They are just going to cover the MCU skins in poop and then have them be 2,000 credits. That's an excellent suggestion for a bundle, Incredible Harry. I'll definitely make sure that is forwarded to the team. Hi, Bulletin25, how are you doing? Chase Harvey, will CD ever fix the camera angles when you do trick shots with Hawkeye by a wall? A great question, Chase. Crystal Dynamics is always listening to feedback on ways to improve the game and fix potential bugs or issues. So if that is an issue that you do not like, definitely can forward that one to the team and see what's possible. You hear Lejeune is taking a break from the game. Yes, Tony, Lejeune just posted a video on his channel earlier today announcing that he is taking a little break from the game. Lejeune is a valued content creator, of course, and he is not quitting the game, obviously, but as an endgame player, he definitely does not want to burn himself out since he has essentially accomplished everything there is to accomplish in this game and is just playing a few other things, waiting for more substantial content to be added to the game. Definitely still check out Lejeune's channel. You can follow him on Twitch as well as YouTube. He will for sure still be doing more updates. When are we going to see Spider-Man in full? Great question, Grissom. Spider-Man will be coming to Marvel's Avengers later this year in an exciting new event exclusive to PlayStation. The event will bring in Spider-Man as a full playable hero free of charge. There should be 2 ways to get skins, one in the marketplace, another should be like a Black Panther special mission for exotics. Great suggestion, Game Tainer. Crystal Dynamics is well aware that a lot of you are excited at the possibility of adding earnable cosmetics to the game, and Crystal Dynamics has heard you and are going to be talking about more details about ways you can earn cosmetics through gameplay in the coming months. When will they fix bug Kamala? Great question. Crystal Dynamics, as you know, has been hard at work posting near weekly patches to address all of your issues and concerns with the game. So if there's ever a issue with a character or any part of the game, definitely give Crystal Dynamics that feedback and it will be forwarded to the team and possibly added in an upcoming patch. Will Wanda ever come to the game? Great question, Jacob. If you explore War for Wakanda expansion, particularly the Outpost, there are definitely some exciting Easter eggs about heroes that you could potentially be seeing in the future. Red Hood, bring back Phil. I too am excited for Phil to return. I miss him dearly. I'll definitely let him know that you are thinking of him. Hopefully they fix her before they want us to buy her MCU skin. Great suggestion, Dan. Kamala Khan should definitely have an MCU skin to celebrate her upcoming show on Disney Plus. That will definitely be forwarded to the team because that is some more money to be made. Will this game last past 2022? Great question. Crystal Dynamics has a lot of exciting plans for Marvel's Avengers, including new missions, new enemy types, heroes, and villains for 2022 and beyond. They plan on supporting content for Marvel's Avengers for years to come, as long as you keep spending money in the marketplace. We're at 135 likes. Nice. Can we get to 150 likes, perhaps? That would be exciting. 150 likes. Let's do it. Question for the chat. Since you guys have been asking questions most of the time, what feature do you most want to see in Marvel's Avengers this year and beyond? How's the cosmetic vendor coming along? The cosmetic vendor, yes, is currently being referred to as earnable cosmetics in the marketplace. Is currently being called earnable cosmetics. You can find that on the roadmap, and Crystal Dynamics is definitely hard at work making that a reality in Marvel's Avengers. You can expect more details on that later this year. Bug fixes. Do you just keep asking Kamala questions? You can ask whatever you want, Dan. Bug fixes Phil as a playable character. That is definitely a great suggestion. I will make sure that is forwarded to the team. Will CD add customizable heroics? Customizable heroics. That is an interesting suggestion. It is not something that is currently being worked on, but Crystal Dynamics is always looking at your feedback and looking at what is possible to add to the game in the future. You want consistent content? The feature you want to see is a functional game for players. Well, that one's already been achieved, so what else do you want, Daniel? Better gear? The ability to specify party size between 1 to 5. Mike, How am I? I'm doing great, Mike. How are you? You want it? You have some questions? Sure, I'll ask them. Would you like to see a DC game or X-Men game that plays like Avengers? Yes, Reese. I would love a game like that. I've been saying I think that there's a huge money-making opportunity for someone that basically takes DC Universe online and kind of combines the best aspects of both that game and Marvel's Avengers and brings it to the consoles. I think that will be a massive game. God of Vengeance wants more Green Kate skins. Great suggestion. I too would love more Gamma inspired skins. You have at least 10 issues with Kamala. I want to hear all of them in explicit detail, Dan. Are CD working on making traversal better? A great question. Traversal has been a hot topic. Unfortunately, the game is currently at its technical limit and is unable to speed up the characters. However, Crystal Dynamics is always exploring new ways to improve on all aspects of the game, including traversal, and we'll continue to see what is possible. Do anyone in CD own a PS5? I believe Andy owns a PS5, if I'm not mistaken, based on one of the streams. Rage, been waiting on raids. Oh, well, you're in luck. Initiative. The first raid for Marvel's Avengers is coming later this year, featuring Claw as the main villain. Feature you like to see is the champion system. You want improvements to the champion system? That is a great suggestion. Something that I also would love to see. Anything for Spider-Man? Yes, Andy. Spider-Man is coming later this year in an exciting new event that is exclusive to PlayStation. The event will make Spider-Man a playable character for the first time in Marvel's Avengers, and it will be free of charge. Do you think we will get the Amazing Spider-Man suits? Great question, Lewis. I believe when Spider-Man is released into the game, all possible options will be explored in bringing his exciting array of costumes to the marketplace for you to spend money on. Do you think we will ever see a Civil War Iron Man skin? Great question. I believe that you can expect to see many of your favorite costumes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe implemented to the game because it has been a huge hit and is making Square Enix a lot of money. For the Gamma skins, bump the saturation up to 150%. We love it. Oh, great suggestion, Incredible Harry. I'll definitely make sure the team is aware of it because I too had a similar issue. I didn't want to be seen as a nitpicker, but I definitely felt the saturation for the Gamma skins was a bit too low. Will there be an OLT for Spider-Man? Game Trainer, great question. Spider-Man is coming later this year in an exciting new event. He will have his own villains, and he will be, of course, available as a playable character for PlayStation only. More details about the event will happen as we get closer to the release date. You're looking forward to Wakanda Raid, Spider-Man, Earnable Cosmetics, and hopefully Captain Marvel and Wanda next year. All great suggestions. The initiative, I too am excited for those things. New power level, oh, that should be fun. Would love an Asgardian region, outpost expansion. Ooh, that is a great suggestion. Kind of complete the Loki storyline that was started with Thor's iconic mission. Will the Tobey suit? Will Spider-Man get the Tobey Maguire suit? You can definitely expect Spider-Man to have a wide variety of cosmetics from both his comic books as well as the Marvel Cinematic Universe and possibly beyond. Will we get Civil War Hawkeye? Man's not hot dogs. Welcome to the stream. You can definitely expect more MCU skins from some of your favorite Marvel films and TV shows coming in the future. What's going on, Tony? When will Spider-Man get a war table? Malpass, you can definitely expect more updates and coverage about the upcoming PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man event when we get closer to his release date. You should be the person handling communication for CD. Oh, thank you, Game Tainer. I'm trying my best. Spider-Man should come with the Avengers Tower as an outpost. That is an excellent suggestion, Spider-Man. I've seen a lot, Reese the Legend, I've seen a lot of suggestions about utilizing the Avengers Tower, which is currently in the hands of AIM, but it's not something that has been announced yet, but definitely something that has been explored, and hopefully you see it in the near future. Did they give up on cloning labs? The initiative, unfortunately, because of the limits on the amount of resources and manpower, as well as the restraints from working from home, Crystal Dynamics has had to go all hands on deck to make sure the Raid and Spider-Man are released this year. But you can definitely expect more missions, heroes, and villains to come out in 2022. Where is Fury? You'll have to keep playing to find out. Where is the actual roadmap? The latest roadmap has been released. You can find it on the official blog. Spider-Man reveal was shown on the last roadmap, along with the official announcement of his PlayStation event coming later this year. Cosmetic rework is being called the Earnable Cosmetics. You can find that on the latest roadmap as well. Details for that are coming in the future. Hawkeye MCU hair. There have been internal discussions about updating existing MCU skins for their hair, specifically for Hawkeye and Black Widow. So that is definitely something that has been looked into and something you could be seeing in the future. Loot update. You can see the latest roadmap. There will be an update to gear, along with a power level cap increase with the Claw Raid, as well as a reworking of the resources system. Thank you for your questions, Mike. Do you think the Spider-Man we saw swinging on the roadmap was official final concept art, or just a rough Spidey image used as a silhouette to tease fans because the image isn't super clear? Great question, the initiative. I can assure you that Crystal Dynamics is hard at work bringing you the Spider-Man experience, and as we are very close to launch, you can be sure that most of the finer details of Spider-Man have already been finalized, and all that's left at this point is just fine-tuning various levels for bugs and difficulty. And you should definitely expect to see some amazing looking Spider-Man skins in the marketplace, so bring your wallet. There aren't enough, we'll be looking into that one, or well, if we get feedback on that, we'll take a look at that. I believe I'll give you the last one, Nef Star, a couple of times, but I'll definitely look into this one. I appreciate your feedback. Give us that Gamma Black Panther. Man's on Hot Dog, that is an excellent suggestion. We'll definitely look into that, as it has definitely been one of the most popular and requested cosmetics. The new Captain America should be a new hero Marvel's Avengers. Great suggestion, Don. Great suggestion. Crystal Dynamics is always looking to add new and exciting heroes to the game, and has great plans for 2022 and beyond. Christopher Harris, you've just missed most of the question and answer segment. Nothing too crazy. Feel free to watch the full replay of this developer dev stream without the actual devs. Right, because absolutely need a power level cap increase, top priority for this game. Oh, that's an excellent suggestion, Daniel. Glad that you are so excited about the upcoming power level cap increase. He wasn't expecting you to read all your questions and answer them also politely. No need to feel bad, Mike. I'm here specifically to answer any and all questions that I can. Will they ever release Spider-Man on other platforms? Unfortunately, Spider-Man will remain a PlayStation exclusive as long as Sony has hate in their heart and money on their mind. But you can definitely expect new and exciting heroes and villains to come to all platforms in 2022 and beyond. Power level increase and gear rework, def top priority. Agreed. Definitely excited that those features made it on the roadmap, and I think many of you will be excited at the increase to power level as well as the new ability to upgrade your gear. Was the Hawkeye skin shown yet? The Hawkeye skin is currently in the thumbnail. It is some very cool concept art. You can check out the artist on Twitter. The link will be in the description. How do you think War Machine will play if he comes to the game? I believe that War Machine was canceled as a potential character, but he would be very similar to Tony. However, you could expect differences with some of his weapon choices. Was the Hawkeye suit real? The Hawkeye outfit in the thumbnail is a very real piece of concept art. You can check out the artist's work. The link will be in the description. God bless you, brother. God bless you, James. You hope Sony allows it to be added to other platforms, maybe make it a year later or DLC. That is unfortunately probably not going to happen because Sony is pretty stern when it comes to money and making Xbox look bad. But you can definitely expect some other potential exciting heroes such as She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, and Captain Marvel coming to the game in 2022 potentially. Do you ever think they will add missions saving people? That is an excellent suggestion, JC. There are currently objectives within the missions where you are saving operatives with SHIELD as well as Inhumans. However, there have been other suggestions about other potential objectives where you are saving civilians in cities. As always, Crystal Dynamics is always looking for feedback, and that is definitely something they can look into. You want Shang-Chi? You want a Shang-Chi game now? That is an excellent potential game for Square Enix to develop. You want Scarlet Witch or Strange? Those are two of my most anticipated heroes as well. Will Hulk Gamma Crusher AoE range damage be increased? That is an excellent suggestion, Dante. Currently, Crystal Dynamics is exploring all ways to make heroes play more enjoyable. So if you would like characters to have increase to their abilities, that's definitely something that can be looked into and forwarded to the team. Cries and Xbox. No need to cry. Just buy a PlayStation. You want to see an Infinity War suit for Iron Man? I do too. I would love to see more Infinity War suits for the Marvel's Avengers characters, and you can definitely expect more cosmetics from the Marvel Cinematic Universe from past movies and shows, as well as future ones to come in the future and beyond. Shang-Chi would be awesome. Agreed. If you love Shang-Chi, also check out the review I dropped on my channel today featuring Doom Killer HD. We had a nice little fun discussion about what we thought about Shang-Chi, and in particular, I made the case for why the true Mandarin is the greatest villain in the MCU. Was this a paid stream? Rogue Bulbasaur, as you know, I did hear there were rumors before that Marvel's Avengers content creators were paid by Crystal Dynamics, but I can assure you that any money that we received while covering Marvel's Avengers came purely from sources other than our designated Crystal Dynamics rep in charge of money. Sony could never make Xbox look bad. Oh, that's adorable, Marcus. You don't really care who develops it? Shang-Chi on an actual console game would be it for you? I would love it. What do you expect from Guardians of the Galaxy? I expect a fun action-adventure single-player story experience featuring some of our most beloved characters from the Marvel Universe. I believe you can pretty much compare this game to Mass Effect, from what I can tell, and I'm definitely excited to dive into it. Will we get exotic, Sonic, and Vibranium? Great question, Tony. That is currently not something that is being worked on, but Crystal Dynamics always appreciates the feedback, and that's definitely something that can be looked into. The stream is better than the dev streams. I appreciate you, Daniel. I try my best whenever the devs are unable to fill the void left by the great Phil and Andy. What's going on, Jacob? How you doing? You win way, then Thanos, then Killmonger, then Thanos, probably Ultron. All great names, Ski. Really can't wait to play as Captain Marvel and Winter Soldier. I agree, James. Those are definitely some exciting potential heroes that could potentially be coming to the game in 2022. Love the content you're displaying from the community. And you are very happy that Crystal Dynamics is always giving the players exactly what they need. Great comment, reasonable. I really appreciate it. Think they have to drop a Doctor Strange. They have a Dark Code artifact, so you can see Doctor Strange soon. Depends on what you mean by soon, but I agree, Marcus. I would love to see Doctor Strange make it into Marvel's Avengers. How do you think Spider-Man will play? Great question, Lewis. I think you can definitely expect Spider-Man to play and feel familiar if you played other Spider-Man games, such as Insomniac, while also fitting in nicely with the unique combat environments that Marvel's Avengers has made for all its characters. You can expect a mix of the familiar and the new. Is Ultron really going to be in the game? Yes, Christopher Harris. Ultron is going to be one of the many villains you can expect to see in Marvel's Avengers in the future. Do you think Black Captain Marvel will be an expansion? I do believe that Captain Marvel, when she comes to the game, will be an expansion that will usher in the Kree invasion. Whereas Killmonger, I believe Killmonger is currently in the What If continuity, ruling over Wakanda. In the current MCU continuity that we're familiar with, I believe he is dead. You are the main reason you maintain hope for the great potential this game has due to keeping you hyped for potential improvements in new characters. Oh, I appreciate that. I do my best to bring entertainment and hope to this community that we love so much. If they're not working on Vibranium and Sonic exotics, what will the new exotics be with the OLT? That's a great question, Tom. And as we get closer to the exciting new Claw raid, you can definitely expect more details on potential gear and perks coming to the game. If there are any in particular, definitely give your feedback. And if exotic and Vibranium exotics is something that you want, it can definitely be forwarded to the team and looked into. Do you think they will put in a Killmonger suit for Black Panther? I believe that villain skins are definitely something you could expect in the future. for certain characters. If there are any particular ones that you want, definitely send feedback. The more feedback that is given, particularly when it comes to potential marketplace items, the more likely you will see it in the game. We need more artifacts. Great suggestion, Christopher. There are definitely more major artifacts coming with future updates. Imagine a Infinity Gauntlet raid with 6 players. That would be amazing and game changing. I would love that. Currently, there are no plans to increase the number of players from 4 to 6, but that's definitely something Crystal Dynamics would love to do, and we'll continue to explore what's possible. If Sony wants to hoard Spider-Man, Xbox should get Wolverine. Unfortunately, looks like Sony is getting Spider-Man and a Wolverine game. Xbox just can't win. Maybe they should try their luck with DC. You think Zemo will appear in the Winter Soldier story? That is always a possibility. Crystal Dynamics is always exploring new and exciting villains and heroes to add to the game, so keep your eye out on 2022. Can you have a Coulson artifact? That is an excellent suggestion, Game Trainer. I would love to see Phil Coulson appear in this game somehow. Definitely will forward that one to the team to see what's possible. Hello, it's Rio. Let's get Sadot to watch Elfen Lied. I've already watched Elfen Lied many years ago. It's a great anime. Definitely not child friendly, I would say. How do you feel about Spider-Man being advertised as a early 2020 release, but having seen a glimpse of anything except the updated roadmap? Unfortunately, Ward, a lot of content was forced to be delayed and pushed back due to the ongoing pandemic, as well as limited resources and the need to prioritize different content. So in order to get everything out and functional, some sacrifices had to be made, some content had to be pushed to the side, and some content had to be delayed. But Spider-Man is definitely still coming in 2021 for PlayStation, of course. What's up, AYSTXR? We want an Agent Carter and or Captain Carter artifact for Cap. That sounds very exciting. I would love to have that. Do I think Spider-Man is going to come in December? Personally, yes. Brandon, a recap? Sure. Soon. What's your thoughts on Gotham Knights in the DC fandom this October? I'm very excited to learn more about Gotham Knights, as well as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Those are two of the games I'm most excited to play. You've seen Xbox was getting Spider-Woman on an article. Unfortunately, Christopher Harris, that article was fake news. Xbox is not getting Spider-Woman. Recap the live stream? Sure, Brandon. Soon. This Xbox slander is justified. Sony is making all the exclusives because they are the superior company. Sony sounds godly, if you ask you. Try your luck with DC. Brilliant. I agree, Marcus. Thank you for your kind words. Xbox down bad right now. Couldn't agree more. No lies detected. Insomniac's Marvel Universe. Can't wait. I can't wait either. So what's actually better? 15% crit damage increase or 15% normal damage increase? Great question, Reggie. I personally would go for a 15% increase in crit damage. Crit damage is usually a lot higher. And if you have a build that is able to crit consistently, you will definitely notice the 15% crit damage more than the increased 15% normal damage. Do you think Spider-Man will receive the most skins? I think Spider-Man will receive a similar number of skins to Black Panther as one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Universe. You can definitely be sure he will be well represented in the marketplace. That is exactly what your type. Glad I got everything correct, Marcus. I didn't want to miss anything. Imagine having mini games at Marvel's Avengers. Oh, I've seen that suggestion from All Father Designs as well as some concept art. That is definitely something that should be forwarded to the team to see what is possible. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Thank you all for your questions and stopping by. I will be streaming Marvel's Avengers, the game, next week, starting on Tuesday. And you may see some more videos from me if there's any developing news from Marvel's Avengers. In the meantime, check out my latest review for the segment that I'm starting called Game Chat. I talk with Doomkiller HD and we just go over what we thought about the Shang-Chi movie. We had a lot of fun with it. And if you want to see more content like that, definitely give it a view, give it a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm Sadot the Gamer, signing out.